Okay, thanks for coming to another video. We're going to be working on the trailer again. I think it's going to be the last major project that we're going to be doing on the trailer. So what are we doing? So we've already talked about how my battery system's going on, and well, I can't really just take an extension cord and go plug it in and top off my batteries before every event. I mean, I can, but I don't want to do that. That's not sustainable. So on that front corner over there, that's where I'm going to be putting a solar panel. Should do what it needs to do. All right, so the solar panel that I went with was just like a $90 system from Amazon. It's nothing special. It does come with a charge controller. It does come with all the cabling that I need. So that should be helpful. It should be good. At least my assumption is that it would be. And the charge controller that it does come with. So see, you got our panel plus minus, our battery plus minus, and then our bulb or our load if we're going to be running stuff directly from this. I am not intending to. I'm going to run it straight off my fuse block from the battery. So we're only going to be using these first 4 connections. And that should be all that I need. And we got this guy. So it's our cable gland for the roof of the trailer. All right, this is roughly what the panel is going to look like, but obviously on the trailer facing up. So we got our Z brackets, so we're going to be able to screw those directly to the roof of the trailer, and then our panel is going to sit underneath here and then bolt in on the back side. I'll show you that. All right, so next morning's actually going to start trying to lay out where we're going on top of the roof, but we're going to do it a little bit different just because I don't trust things. So not sure if you can see it too well from here, but there are obvious seams where the roof panels are. But when I looked underneath, those didn't really visibly line up with the structure underneath. So I'm just going to go ahead and find one underneath, bring the tape line up onto the top, and then just measure off the rest of them. All right, so this is where things can get a little bit interesting. On the trailer, I measured that my ceiling supports are 16 inches on center of about 1.5 inch tube. So if I have these brackets inboard facing as much as they can go, it gets me like right around 17 inches, which I can make that work. If I go how the brackets are actually supposed to be, then that puts me, I'll just do it this way. That puts me approximately 21 and change, 22 inches, somewhere in there. And that's not gonna work for my 16-inch on-center spacing. All right, so I think I got all that I need to put this up on the roof of the trailer. I did get a little like 3/4 conduit fitting. I'm just going to use it as a bulkhead. So drill my hole for the wires. I'm going to put this there just to protect the wire insulation from anything. And then that'll get covered by this gland, and the wires will go through that and connect to the panel. All right, so I think I've got all the stuff that I need now. It's time to go back out to the trailer and start hopefully mounting these brackets in the right spot, because I'm putting the feet under the panel. The feet are going to be going underneath this panel just because that's what I need to be able to hit the spacing. So I am going to be on the inside of the panel, which means I've got to anchor the brackets first, and then I can put the panel on top. So to do that, this is basically going to be the bolt poking through and hoping I can get it all tightened down without this bolt spinning. So we'll have to figure that one out. All right, excuse the wind noise it just picked up here, but we're about ready to pierce the tube and start screwing in each of these brackets. I don't know how much it's going to be able to be seen since it's windy and a tripod up on top of the roof of the trailer. But anyways, center punch your holes, and then yeah, I'm gonna put a little bit of this self-leveling sealant underneath the bracket, and then I'll be doing the same on the top side of the screws, even though the screw does have a little bit of a gasket up here. Yeah, sounds sounds terrifying putting holes into a perfectly good trailer. All right, so got our brackets up, got our hole for our wiring to go through. I'm gonna go ahead and seal this to the roof, just because it gives me a little bit of a lip to help seal this, so in case the gland fails, I still have this keeping water out. And just like that, we've got our wires loosely through our gland, and then yeah, it's into the interior of the trailer. This particular gland is meant to be a no screw option. However, I am not going to do that. I am gonna put two small screws on it, just because this sheeting up here, you can probably see like it ripples everywhere, but it's really only secured at the overlap spots, and it looks like it's just kind of. All right, so following morning, got a bit dark after the shenanigans. I'll show you in just a second, but I think now everything's ready to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you kind of the recap of what I've done last night and this morning, and it's time to test. All right, so there's our gland with all of its sealant. I am not happy with that sealant that I got, so I'll end up buying some of this sealant, and I'll just go over all of my joints. But as you can see from kind of down there, our connections are made. All right, so that's a spot that I really was frustrated with, because that head of the bolt is on the other side of this frame, and sorry, I couldn't get anything to hold it, and I had to have these brackets flipped this way to be able to actually hit my roof structure. So not the best, but I ended up just getting a couple extra nuts and tightened that first nut down, so now that bolt basically became a stud, and then able to get the washer, lock washer and whatnot on the bottom one. So that's what I did there. And yes, I have a towel on this right now, just to not have any voltage going through the system on the way to the charger. All right, so showed the upstairs, the roof part of it, and so now let's go ahead and show the innards on kind of what I did and where I did it. So we're coming down through the ceiling that way. I would have loved for that to be further towards the wall, but it looked like it was already in a pretty tight spot, so whatever. I did use some screws. Also found out how low quality this roof material is. It looks good, but it is absolutely low quality. I'll put some silicone or something to protect those screws. Anyways, came down the wall, popped out through there, went ahead and put myself an inline circuit breaker so I can actually disconnect things and whatnot. Yeah, we got our positive, negative going up to our charge controller and have all these connections in. Time to flip it. Cool. So now that breaker's up, and now it shows that there's solar going towards the battery. It can't be much. I want to know at what value that is. I still haven't figured that part out yet. Just because I have a towel on it, there's really not much going into it. All right, so that's the install. There's really not much to it. It just takes a little bit to get the actual brackets and whatnot mounted up to the ceiling, or the roof rather. I still need to figure out some of these settings and how to actually set it and best optimize for what I'm going to use. So that's some homework off camera and figuring stuff out. But yeah, 100 watt panel, 12 volt, like 8.3 or so amps is what should be coming into the batteries. All right, so did not film an outro, apologies. But yeah, the solar panel went in pretty easy. The charge controller worked pretty easily. everything else worked great. It's pretty straightforward. It's a pretty easy system. It's only 4 wires to connect, a couple holes to drill, not that bad of a thing. My first weekend using it, it actually worked great. I did not have any issues. Like, I started using power and my battery never got below 96%, so that tells me that I had a sunny day that weekend and it worked great. Anyways, it's gonna be all for this video. The panel worked great, the system works great, and yeah, looking forward to learning how I can improve it in the next one. Thanks.